Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tuning into Daily Nights. I'm your host, Treasonous, and joining me today, I have my lovely co-host, Daddy Sins. Say hello to the ladies and gentlemen tonight, Daddy Sins.
Yo, what's up, everybody? It's Daddy here. Daddy's in the house. I mean, I'm always in the house, but I'm in the house tonight. Catch my drift? You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of silence there, Mike. Come on.
I was, you were kind of building up to something. I was hoping it, like, we almost got to the crescendo. I was like, all right, let's see where he's going.
I was giving you the fishing line. I was like, all right, come on, back, let's go.
No, dude, I'm so used to you actually just delivering it on yourself. So I was like, he's good. He's okay. I went off to look at my phone, check out Twitter.
The fusion technique, right?
Oh, my bad.
But we ended up turning to
the fat form,
the fat Gogeta, while he's still muscular, kind of.
So he's got the dirty bulk.
Yes,
he's got the dirty bulk. Yeah, he's got the dirty bulk. So
and the man boobs, he can still move around. He's not as effective, obviously.
So dirty bulk Gogeta. That's what we got right now.
Yeah,
okay, that was my bad because I was expecting you. Nah, dude, I was expecting you to be like, because you were like building, like, from personal experience, like you were building it up, hyping it up. I was like, all right, let's see where he's going with this. Like, all right, let me check what's going on in the Twitter sphere. Maybe it's gonna be something we can talk about tonight, right? Up, and like all of a sudden crickets. I'm like, I know he's gonna say something.
So we were attempting to do the fusion dance, and a finger slipped, as it happened in the Dragon Ball Z episode. Can't have a finger slip, and then you turn to fat Gogeta, and there was a skinny Gogeta too. There was a skinny.
Yeah, there was the emaciated Gogeta.
Yep.
Yeah, but you got to remember, in this day and age, the fat Gogeta isn't called fat Gogeta. It's just called body positivity Gogeta.
Oh no! Remember, you can't call them. Well, I call them fat packs still, but Wizard of Coast and Magic don't call them fat packs. They call them bundles.
Yeah, I remember they used to call them. Yeah, there used to be like $40, right? You could buy a fat pack. It contained like a bunch of like promotional material plus like some booster packs and a bunch of cards in them.
It has the same thing. It actually has more now than it used to, but they just changed the name, obviously for the whole body shaming thing. And I'm like, it's the internet.
Is that
no?
Is that the real reason
why it was changed? Yes.
Get the fuck out! Are you serious?
Yeah, I thought I told you that before, but yeah, no. They changed the name from fat packs to bundles because of the word fat.
So when we make our Lost Chapters of Idylla collectible card game or TCG or whatever, right? Once Magic falls into the shithole because they're going to do the same thing they're doing with OGL to Magic eventually, is what it is. Hopefully, I hope I'm wrong. If I get proven wrong, I'll be more than happy to eat my words. But if not, hey, guess what we're doing? It's gonna be called fucking fat packs. If you don't like it, too bad, princess.
Yeah, too bad. Exactly. Speaking of Wizards and the OGL, the update in it's still shit.
Oh, did they even? So from now to yesterday,
they had like a 1.2 something going on.
Yeah, no, I knew about the 1.2, but did they like update it beyond that? Did they? Because it seems like the same shit. They're just honestly, like on my Twitter, I was reading some of it. And it sounds literally like all they're doing is kind of like that episode of Family Guy. We're like, all right, let's come up with a South Park episode. Okay, it's a bunch of walrus picking like different subjects out of the fucking tank, right? And that's literally all they're doing. Like fucking Chat GPL, as someone said in my fucking comments. Right, comes off better than whatever Watsy's doing.
Well, because they're trying to basically word it in a way where they still get their way, but they're hoping that the community will either forget of what's going on, right, because of their short attention span. Honestly, they don't even realize on how they're actually manipulating the most that call them the common folk.
Well, that's the problem with
They're being manipulated and they don't actually see it. How you fix the OGL, literally keep it the same way. That's it. That's all they want. That's all they want.
Yeah, don't. I don't know if you had more to say.
No, I'm just reading through the cesspool of Twitter as usual.
Okay, gotcha. So you're going through the trenches, but yeah. No, 100%. leave the OGL the way it is. You don't have to fuck with a good thing, right? It's because of the OGL that D&D has survived and become what it is, with throughout 5e and so forth, through these third-party add-ons. We have several third-party add-ons. Like, at least I have purchased them. I know Ernie's purchased several. Vashon, I could say, has definitely purchased some of them because we've, referenced them in separate off-air campaigns that either one of them is running, right? We have the Strongholds, right? We have the Grim Hollow stuff. These are all third-party stuff. If you ran the OGL as it is, I don't know if they would exist, or if they do exist, they wouldn't exist in the capacity that they do.
No, I think the whole OGL debacle going on, if it's not fixed entirely, or just realizing how long it's taking to actually get fixed to the conclusion that the community doesn't want the change happening, but that's not what the company wants. Obviously, the company, Wizard of Coast and Hasbro, could just literally just do what they want and just have it changed, right? They could change it instantly anytime they want. They can do it, right? But obviously, they know there'd be a huge community backlash. So right now they're in the trench waters right now, trenches of the water, or however the saying goes, right? And they're trying to play it out. They're really manipulating the community, and they don't see it. There's some people in the community that don't see it. For the people that are trying to say, oh, what do you think of the new 1.2? Do I think it's better? If anyone says that it's slightly better, or it's leaning towards maybe it might be something worthwhile to, you are easily manipulated by them.
Well, that's the thing. What they do is they manipulate the language. They're getting the same, like you had alluded to, they're getting the same point across, right? But they're changing certain words or how they say something, right? Finding words that are synonymous with something, so it obfuscates their true intent. Their true intent has never changed. It's just the words they're using has obfuscated it in the eyes of the people who are reading it. And from what I've noticed, I don't see the fact that the people are losing, like, attention to the whole OGL stuff. What I notice is that people are just being burnt out on it. And it's come to the point where apathy is setting in. And if apathy sets in, right, in a manner in which people just don't want to bother playing D&D anymore on D&D Beyond and never buy anything that WotC produces, or give WotC any money, or try to pirate their stuff, WotC is still going to lose money. Mm-hmm. The only people who are going to side with WotC are the bootlickers, the corporate bootlickers, as it is.
Or the bootlickers on the bottom who still support them no matter what. They're saying, oh, they could do no wrong. It's like, sure.
Well, yeah, those are the same people, though, that fucking are the governmental bootlickers, too. There are people who are like, oh, yes, please beat me within an inch of my life. Please starve me to death. Freeze me out of my home during a very cold winter, or, deprive me of, basic electricity to, take care of my family. But you know what? As soon as you give me some basic chicken feed, I'll be fucking fine and friggin' dandy, right? Yeah, no, thank you.
Well, it goes back to the thing that we always talk about. There's a huge lack of self-responsibility right now going on. A huge lack of self-responsibility and the will to actually go out and physically do something that's worthwhile, or try to pursue your dreams and goals, instead of just kind of just being a keyboard warrior all day.
Yeah. Like, we can complain on Twitter all the live long day. We can complain on Facebook. Name your freaking social media platform of choice. But until you're actually doing something, right? And it could be something as minuscule as promoting someone who's literally creating some sort of new thing in the culture, or something that's going to be interjected into the cultural zeitgeist, right? Until you do something, even it be as small as it is, right? You're not helping. If anything, it's becoming more detrimental. You don't have to support the private independent creator here, right? Like with money, but at least maybe promote their thing to someone who may, right? Me, for instance, right? If I can, I'll support the indie comic creator. I've supported a handful of them, at least I want to say close to a dozen of them, right?
I say so far we've collectively supported one person, which we're going to say, and we're going to re-promote you right now because for some reason our views on the episode are very minuscule right now.
Oh, Eric July?
Yes. So
yeah.
promote Eric July's comic book, his Rippaverse company, ISO #1. If you're really about supporting independent content creators that are making good stories, good comics, we're not supported, by the way, but we're trying to give independent content creators the light that they deserve. So if you're looking for a good story that isn't trying to promote identity politics or wokeism, ISO #1 Rippaverse by Eric July is the way to go. You can still buy his comic on his website.
Yes, you can.
And we've also made our review episode about it, too.
Yeah, no, we did an in-depth
it's on our
review
Neon
episode.
It's on our Neon Nights on Spotify and Anchor. So you can find ISO #1, our review episode on there.
Yeah, our review where we did. To summarize it, was it a flawless entry? No, but was it better than the shit that Marvel and DC is shoveling? Oh, leagues better, 100%. And the complaints that we had were very minuscule complaints, and it didn't even have to do with anything towards, what he was trying to tell, the overall narrative. If anything, our complaints were that there were elements in it that deterred from the overall narrative because it obstructed the pacing of the story and as it was told. Either whether it be like through redundancies and so forth.
Yeah, a lot of his art does definitely speak for himself.
Yeah, so that's the oh fuck, I can't remember. Gabe Al-Tayeb, and oh man, I gotta look up. Go ahead, carry on without me as I look up the artists for ISO #1.
Gotcha.
So it's Cliff Richards and Gabe Al-Tayeb. Eric July is the writer on that one. They just do a phenomenal job, and that team, honestly. For the next, this one book, I'm definitely going to be purchasing volume 2, all disclosure. And I hope when they do
volume 2 also.
Yeah,
I definitely can't wait.
And I'm looking to do a review on that. And also, like you mentioned, I want to do a review on Fiendish as well.
Yes.
Because that seems something like you and I are both into Fiendish. Like, we haven't read it yet, but from what's been previewed for Fiendish, like issue 2, and we both, I'm not sure, I backed the one where you get issue 1 and 2. Did you
That's
back
the one
I'm
going to be backing, yeah. I'm going to be backing that one soon. So by the time that does come out and we read the Fiendish comics, we are going to have a review episode on it.
So. Okay. So yeah, I definitely want to do Fiendish because I think that comic, particularly Renee, all props to her, right? She is doing some wonderful work with that comic from what I can see. So, and I'm glad that it was enough to excel her to actually make an issue 2. And depending on how issue 2 goes, I have no idea, right? Story wise, maybe there might be an issue 3, and if there is, that's going to be, depending on how everything goes, a day 1 purchase, or at least day 1 backing.
Yeah, exactly. And you don't really have to have the full, like, if you wanted to back a content creator, do have like options if they have like Patreon, stuff like that, like. If you maybe want to donate $1, honestly, even simply just following them on their social media and liking and retweeting their tweets and hearting their pictures and stuff on Instagram, like that's free and that does a lot more. Because every time you give attention to the big 2, I'm not saying that there's nothing wrong if you like certain Marvel DC characters. I'm not, but if you're constantly complaining that, the fucking phase 4 of the MCU was shit. But at the same time, you're also not backing independent content creators that are trying to make actual comics and stories that don't have identity politics and wokeism. Then what are you doing? Why do you keep supporting? Why do you keep supporting the big 2 if it's not something that you entirely don't enjoy or not liking, or what their true intention is?
Honestly, I think it's awareness. I think, well,
and if you have friends that don't like that what you're doing, then maybe you can consider their friendship with them too at the same time.
Well, I wouldn't,
friendship debacle like that for the audience.
I would,
obviously.
yeah, I mean, yeah, but if I would say if the audience, if someone's in a relationship, not relationship, sorry, but yeah, a friendship, right, is a type of relationship. But if someone's in some sort of friendship and like they get mad at you that you don't want to support Marvel or DC because you don't think their books are up to snuff or you just don't like the stuff they're producing, and they're willing to sacrifice a friendship because of such, that's a little problematic, you know? Like, really, you're like, how long have we been friends, and how long have, you know, like how long have we actually, like, not just known each other, but did we actually get to know each other? Because if someone is willing to just drop you because they assume like, hey, oh, you know, we've known each other for X amount of years, right? But they're just willing to drop you. Clearly, they don't know you, right? Because they would understand you're reading these comics for the story. You're reading for not just the art that's produced. Well, fuck, the art that's produced nowadays is fucking dog shit unless it's a fucking cover, right? Mm-hmm. That's something I talked about Janine's dad with, right? And we were in agreement. Comic book collecting is no longer about, like, you know, the actual art within the book and the story that's told. It's literally the art on the cover, and that's it. Did you get variant 1 of 26? Did you get variant 5 of 25? You know, that's the one done by insert popular artist here, Alex Ross, insert other person there, you know?
Well, they're probably also the same people who only buy things that are, quote, something that's either hyped or it's part of a big collectible item and they want to keep it sealed. I'm not saying that's not everyone, but that was definitely like the whole of the 2020 during like the pandemic times, right? And I know what I said, so, you know, you want to complain about it, it's too bad.
You mean scamdemic? Yeah, go ahead.
Exactly. Yeah.
Go
when
on.
all the people were buying all the Pokemon products up because now all of a sudden we have an influx of people who are into Pokemon card collecting because they saw on TikTok that people are buying all the Pokemon products at Walmart and Target and reselling, because you had idiots that would actually buy an ETB at the word at the price of scalping price, as I like to use that word, right? Mm-hmm. And I'm like, yeah, the guy can go to Walmart and buy 10 ETBs for $40 and sell them for $80. But you're the moron who bought it for $80. Because if he doesn't sell it, he has to sell it at just to get his money back or a loss. So you know how you stop that scalping? You don't fucking buy it. That's it.
Yeah.
It's simple as that.
Same thing that happened with the whole PS5 Xbox Series X. Is that the Xbox Series X?
Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Okay, yeah. So
it was such a, they had to have a meeting to decide the name for it. So, you know.
Yeah, no, I wasn't sure if it was Xbox Series X, Xbox Series XS, or whatever the fuck it's called. But yeah, so when it came to those consoles, the same exact philosophy came to apply. Honestly, don't let these idiots monopolize the only way monopolies occur is if you allow them to. Right? If you allow a certain individual to gain a foothold and while they're on the top, right, and they don't maintain the same quality as they're on the top, stop supporting them. Stop having the rose-tinted goggles and stop being like, oh man, but I remember, do you remember member berries? Right? Member
berries.
Member, yeah, for fucking South Park. Remember when this company produced a good product? Yeah, I do. Maybe I should continue supporting them. Do they still continue making this great product? No. Oh, well, maybe you shouldn't fucking support them. All right? You let your dollars, the most powerful influence in this society is a free market. The government knows it, which is why the government tries to fucking influence the free market enterprise as much as fucking possible. Because they understand if there are enough people that don't support it with their dollars, no one's going to back it. But guess what? If they force through some sort of false litigation and fucking legality and be like, oh, now it's against the law if you don't eat a peanut butter and jelly sandwich every Wednesday, right? Mm-hmm. As you know, that's not a law, but I'm saying if it was, right, I wouldn't be surprised if fucking they try to pass that type of shit, right? Of course, they're going to fucking invest in fucking Skippy and fucking Smuckers. Right? And then, you know, you're stuck holding the bill. Not only are you paying them tax dollars to literally enslave you, it's worse than enslavement because, in enslavement, the slaves didn't give them any fucking money. Now, not only are you enslaved, but you're giving them your money. at the same time. It's like this pseudo serfdom and fucking enslavement.
Not to bring up like the whole thing of, well, not the idea of being enslaved, but
I already did. So go balls deep.
So yeah, we'll go balls deep. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Oh, since the title of the episode, I just have to feel like I have to just throw this in the middle of our talking.
Yeah,
go ahead. Free Andrew Tate, hashtag free the quartering too.
Hashtag. So. you gotta say, what's the name of the episode? Come on, say it.
I actually, hold on, I'm looking right now. I almost forgot.
Fucking done.
Okay, Cobra Tate never dies.
There you go. I'm not even the Andrew Tate guy. You are. The fuck.
Free Andrew Tate, hashtag free the quartering.
Oh yeah, free Brittany Venti as well.
I don't know if where you were going with that.
No, free Brittany Venti as well, because you didn't hear about what got quartering and
hold on.
Yeah, so what initially got quartering and Brittany Venti suspended?
Oh,
right?
That's right. Yes.
Was the whole Eliza Blue?
Yeah, free her too.
Yeah, free Brittany Venti, free the quartering, because it literally what got them exposed was literally they posted fucking common, like something that could be fucking commonly accessed. So like, hey, by the way, Elon, in case you're listening, right, which I doubt you are, but maybe you have a puppet who is. Like, what, you and Eliza, you sharing some time in the boudoir? Just asking. Just a question.
No, we're, sorry, I just watched this stupid video of someone just fucking yeeted themselves down the stairs. That shit was too funny.
Natural selection. Go on. What were you saying?
Yeah, it really is.
Free Andrew Tate.
Free Andrew Tate, free the quartering, free Britney. Leave Britney alone. Oh. I almost lost. I'm kind of like I lost my train of thought, but
yeah, you did. You really did. I was like, you had me going in the first half, but you lost me right here. So, what about Andrew Tate? What's going on with Andrew Tate? Because you're the Andrew Tate guy in our group. I'm I have nothing against the guy, but at the same time, I'm not like I don't follow him like you do.
Yeah, no, he just a lot of people know about it. He pretty much got essentially from what the public knowledge. This is all public knowledge, so you guys can look it up yourselves. But essentially, he got arrested in Romania. Obviously, there was that whole thing of him and as a cunt face Greta Thunberg. They were having like a whole battle on Twitter. Somehow, his pizza box revealed his location, and it came to his house. Arrested him.
World Economic Forum propaganda. But go ahead.
Yeah, this New World Order shit. They arrested him and his brother Tristan, and they've been in jail since last year, technically, or at least right around the end of the year. Right around the end of the year. So he's been in jail. Like I said, the whole thing is that not you're guilty to proven innocent. Yeah.
You're innocent. No,
yeah, you're innocent
until proven.
You're innocent until
the inverse.
Yeah,
the inverse. Yeah.
Sorry, like I'm scrolling through Twitter. Like you said, I'm trying to promote us, and a picture of Frost came up, and I almost wanted to throw up.
Oh well, the good news is she's leaving the gaming industry. That's a positive thing.
Thank God.
Yeah, fucking
man cunt. So that picture gave me more nightmares than the Anvil movie did.
I mean, they're on par. I mean, at least Annabelle's a bit more of a looker than Frost. But anyway, December 29th was when he was, quote, officially arrested by the Romanian government. Might as well say the Romanian government because, you say the police, but they're just a fucking extension. That's all the police are. The police are the teeth of any sort of government, okay? Without the police, the government is nothing but fucking toothless gums, okay? They're the fucking, granny without their fucking dentures, okay? People, wake the fuck up. Anyway, go ahead.
The granny with dentures, that one got me. That was a good one.
Without dentures. Go ahead.
He got arrested because obviously people view him as a controversial person, right? He says a lot of truthful things about men being masculine, masculinity. If you actually watch a lot of his videos, he actually talks about like the family unit for men to be men, right? To be men, biological men, right? So they have to grow up, go to the gym, get strong, right? And the whole point is to support their woman and also start a family and support your family because you're a man. That's what men are supposed to do, right? Obviously, he does sometimes go off the rails a bit when saying things. He's almost like he's creating a character, right? But the problem is with the internet, they take that out of context, right? And they clip it into a short clip. Oh, look what he said. Then he says, yeah, because you took a short clip, but you didn't watch the whole 2-hour video because people's attention spans last as long as 6 seconds because they're scrolling through TikTok constantly.
It's not just the fact that yeah, okay, so you're right, and it's a multifaceted approach. So what happens is the people who are creating this content, they have the long attention span, right? But they realize the people consuming this content have the short attention span, as you mentioned. And so what they'll do is, like you said, there will be I've never watched like in long any sort of Andrew Tate stuff aside from what you provided for me and what I've like seen like passively through Facebook. I'm like, okay, moving on, right? But what they'll do is they'll take something like a 2-hour podcast or an hour podcast or even say fucking 45 minutes. It doesn't have to be that long. He'll say something, hot mic him, not even hot mic, but he'll say something like insert women this, blah, 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 providing a full context and actually well-rounded actual point, right? But what they'll do is they'll focus on that well-rounded point, a certain section, and literally edit out everything else, like our fucking news media does today, and at least in the United States. I'm not sure how it is in every other country, but I'm pretty sure.
True journalism, people actually trying to provide the action with the actual facts, not just cut out things that don't fit your narrative.
Well, I'm pretty sure propaganda is propaganda wherever whatever country of choice is. Yeah. So it could be from fucking the CCP or fucking the UK or the United States. Propaganda is propaganda because it's all being run by the same puppeteers, WEF, New World Order.
I don't want to cut you off, but also, let's not forget about Australia, minus their giant abomination of spiders over there.
Well, that's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping God's petri dish will automatically just descend upon the ruling class in Australia, leave the decent people alone, feed upon the ruling class, and the decent people will be survived. Like it's almost like a rapture type of thing. So what they'll do is they'll edit out something, going back to what I was saying, they'll edit out something that Andrew Tate says, right? And full disclosure, you're the big Andrew Tate guy, and I've talked about it before, like Andrew Tate, he's someone out there. I'm glad he's having a positive impact, but I don't really follow the guy. But I agree with what he's.
It's not the only thing that he's not the only person you should follow when you're trying to look up a person for he teaches a very base on masculinity. He's kind of like he's trying to tell you to be a man, go to the gym, work out, stop acting like a little bitch. He's kind of the base. If you want more of a philosophical approach, right, and more, not saying that Andrew Tate isn't factual, but if you definitely more detailed approach about it, someone like Jordan Peterson is a great option to look.
You listen to that, but what about that lady that you listen to, Pearly something?
Oh, Pearly Things, yeah, she's
Pearly
great.
Things, yeah, there we go.
I don't know if you know, but she was actually the last person.
I don't.
She was the last person that had contacted Andrew Tate in a form of a podcast. Like the last podcast that Andrew Tate was on just Pearly Things.
Has she maintained some sort of contact with him, or is he even allowed contact?
She's made videos talking about it and stuff like that because she's constantly making videos about relationships. She also has this funny new channel called Wife School where she teaches these OnlyFans girls and hoes how to be actual wives. It's so funny. That sounds,
you know what? Honestly, I've never watched anything by her, but I give her fucking props because that is reverse engineering. She's trying, and one that's reverse engineering of the fucking propaganda that these fucking Marxists have been pushing for a long time. Like when you messaged me today, you're what is it? It was some video on Andrew Tate talking about feminism. I didn't get to watch it, but automatically I'm like, dude, modern feminism is just a Marxist tool that's employed to fucking destroy the family unit and destroy Western culture. Okay, Marx was nothing but a fucking couch surfing loser. Okay, if you read the correspondence between Marx and like who his backers were, right? He was just constantly asking for money. This dude was a fucking loser.
Mm-hmm. No, dude, it's it's crazy if you think about it. People that are trying to make these platforms, right? So it's not weird, but it's bad. It's more or less bad. There's more fuel to the fire for people like Pearly Things and the other guy who passed away, who made a ton of videos, but he passed away. I should know. What's his name? Samuel.
He was a black gentleman, right?
Yeah.
He wore. I hate saying this. I saw a couple of his videos.
I just seen a lot of his. I just seen like a lot of his videos of interviewing like women and talk about relationships, and dude, they were just funny. Like his reactions were just like the greatest. But I want to get his name because when we're doing these podcasts, I want to at least respect people's names when I say them.
Keep going. I'll find it.
Okay. But yeah, it's funny because they're adding more fuel to the fire to the people's platforms, like just Pearly Things, for example.
Kevin Samuels,
that's his name.
Yeah, Kevin Samuels. He was a YouTube personality. He died at the age of 57.
Oh, geez,
I told you I'd find it.
Yep.
Oh no, that's incredible. No, that's. I would say that's close. That's a little beyond midlife, but still young.
You know? Yeah. No, exactly. Young. He was also a fit guy and stuff like that.
Yeah, I knew I didn't. You know, what's funny thing you mentioned him. I didn't know his name, but I did see like again it was like Andrew Tate. I don't think I ever saw Pearly Things videos, but Andrew Tate. You know, I never paid attention to his videos. You know, but I did see Kevin Samuels from that because he was always dressed as a dapper individual.
He always dressed up in a suit, pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah. I think I remember him as in some sort of sweater vest maybe when I saw him.
He's usually in a sweater vest, sometimes in a suit. But that's essentially it. Because Andrew Tate's a controversial figure, of the things he says, he does say things that are very much out there, and he obviously, in the eyes of people who get offended too easily, he does become controversial, right? In their own way. He's not controversial. He just says, to me, he just says things that are true. If you get offended by something, then it must be true.
Well, here's the thing.
Like if someone were to call me skinny and try to offend me, I'd be like, wait, what? What are you doing? But even if you called me fat, that wouldn't bother me either. But you best be prepared for the comebacks, because you might, I'm quick with the jokes. Like,
no, I know. But here's the thing, right?
I'm not prepared for
you
that,
can until they meet us in person. If we ever do like a meet and greet in the future, if we get to that point, right?
Oh yeah.
You know, yeah, it's gonna be fucking hilarious. But when it comes to I almost say Cobra Tate. When it comes to Andrew Tate,
Cobra Kai never dies.
Yeah, Cobra Tate never dies.
6. I still have to catch up, but I can't wait for season 6.
Wait, okay? We're deterring, but what season are you on before I hop back?
Still
what
2.
I was gonna say. Still 2. God damn it, dude! All right,
I've been busy watching other things.
All right, no, we're gonna take one day. Maybe we might have to skip a Daily Nights episode to do so, but we are watching an entire season in one day.
I'm down for that.
I'll be totally down too. We'll do it. We'll watch it. We'll make our remarks, and we'll crack up doing so. But going back to Andrew Tate, if you have a problem with what this gentleman says, right? If you have a problem with anything we say, problem with anyone says, approach them with a civil intent. Okay? Don't approach them from a non-level-headed. Do not approach them with something that's emotionally overdriven. Okay, as soon, and I talked about this previously on the podcast, do not let your emotions control you. Domesticate your emotions.
Yup.
Okay? Your emotions should serve you, not the other way around.
Oh, exactly. No, you're 100% right, and that is the real problem, especially in society right now. A lot of people are just so emotionally driven. It's like I'm my emotions. I feel about this. I feel about that. Well, go fuck your feelings, first of all. And I know that probably sounds awful, and that's not what I entirely mean. But it's like you were saying, you can't let your emotions be the forefront of everything. You have to more approach things as logical. It's like you were saying, use your emotions in the right way. Don't be so emotionally driven. Don't react emotionally first. Think logically first. Because you know in the future it can get you killed. This is real
Not
life.
just killed. Well, yeah, it definitely will. If we're talking like high stakes, absolutely, it'll get you killed. But even if it isn't high stakes, look at the image of yourself that you're setting. Like you can pretend to put yourself as this. Oh, I'm such a calm, demeaned individual. I'm sophisticated, pinky raising, caviar, drinking tea with whatever, with fine bone china, whatever, right? But if you let your emotions get the better of you and you don't actually channel them properly, that's the whole point. It doesn't mean being a soulless robot. It means knowing when to get passionate about something. Not just flagrantly just taking that hot open flame and just blasting it on someone. It's a matter of doing that control burn.
Exactly. Channel your inner chakra. And I'm not talking about that like that fake rap. Talking about real stuff like Naruto, channel your inner chakra.
Right, because Naruto is a
it's not real, but I can tell you that message of that whole series has taught me more about life than most of these liberals can actually realize.
Well, here's the thing.
It was a message about the show, what it presented.
Well, here's the thing. That's that's my main driving force for Neon Knights. That's the whole point. You were inspired by something in the entertainment sphere, right? And that's the reason why entertainment is so important. There are so many people, and particularly in the conservative sphere. This is why the conservatives have lost so much ground, particularly when it comes to the younger individuals, because they haven't given two shits about entertainment. They've left movies, they've left cartoons, they've left comic books, everything.
They made fun of us for watching it. And
exactly.
Like, oh, you're 10 years old. You should have grown out of that. You're 15. You should stop playing games. You're 18. Now it's time to be a man. Stop with that kid stuff. And now look at 2023.
Yeah, exactly. By the way, thank you, conservatives. You have done absolutely jack shit, politicians. You know what? If anything, you might as well let people who are willing to do something about it take your place, right? I'm talking about you, what is it? Eye Patch McCain? I think that's your name. Oh, sorry. You know him as Dan Crenshaw. He's John McCain with one less eye and one less tumor. Oh, wait, did I say that loud? Anyway.
I was going to call him John Cuntface, but yeah, same thing.
Yeah. Whoops, did I say that loud? Anyway.
I just seen a meme, so I have to say this about the Tennessee cop who slept with all those guys. And
dude,
there was a picture of the
fact
dog.
that her husband is still with her. Oh.
Now we're talking about like, dude, that guy's I'm sorry, you're a fucking simp. You're still with her after she slept with all the cops. And wait, why is there a picture of the dog there? God, I hope that wasn't true.
It probably isn't. It's meme material.
It is,
but yeah,
meme
no
material. This shit is
100%. No, but
yeah.
here's the thing. She's like the Omicron, like in Transformers. She's like the Omicron of fucking. He's the not her, but he is the Omicron of fucking cucks. Like,
he's the king. He's the king simp right now. He's making
King
Belle
Simp, King Cuck.
He's making Belle Delphine look bad. That's terrible.
So to go back to about the whole emotional the domestication of emotions, there's a quote by Nassim Nicholas Taleb, great individual, by the way. Well, his works, I should say, are great. Stoicism is about the domestication of emotions, not their elimination. Okay, and that's incredibly important to understand because, yes, you can eliminate your emotions whatsoever and get similar results, but at the end of the day, you're just someone who has no reaction, no response. You actually become less human than someone who actually has emotions and occasionally, not all the time, but occasionally gives into them. What you need to do is actually understand where those emotions come from and let them fuel what needs at the appropriate moments, what they need to do. It's like consuming a certain type of food, essentially. Protein for muscle rebuilding and so forth. Carbs for energy bursts when you work out, when you're doing heavy workouts in the gym.
They're actually essentially becoming more robots than people who only talk facts that don't have feelings are.
Right. Like the whole
robotic.
Like the whole Ben Shapiro thing. They say facts trump feelings. No, you're not wrong. Right. Trump's facts objectively will trump a feeling. But you need that emotion. You need that emotional spice to what you're saying that's factually correct.
Fact. It pushes it forward more.
Exactly. 100%, which is where I think I have my gripes against Ben Shapiro, the fucking pro-vaxxer type of guy. Like,
pro red flag laws.
Don't get me started with that motherfucker. Yeah, no, he's a neocon prick. He's right there with fucking Dan Crenshaw, Eye Patch McCain.
Yeah. I was gonna say, I think we'll wait for another episode to talk about the whole Crowder and Daily Wire issue.
Oh, dude, that's a multifaceted fucking. That might be an extra long edition of the Daily Night, unless we do like an actual Neon Nights FM.
Yeah, I feel like that could potentially be a Neon Nights FM, or that just might. It's not gonna be tonight, so sorry, folks. It'll just be another night.
Yeah, it's something that deserves its own lengthy time at least, and we're like already 40 minutes in.
Free Steven Crowder too. He's not.
Wait, what happened?
No, nothing happened. Just in case. It's a pre-hashtag.
Oh,
I'm just getting it ready just in case.
You're like already assuming big tech media is like, all right, this guy's fucked. So let's already start the hashtags. Yeah,
exactly. I'm ready. I'm pre-starting the hashtag just in case.
Oh man, that sucks that we're in that. We are currently in that existence. Like, it existed long before then. Like, if you look at the time of Abraham Lincoln, the dude fucking, like, unconstitutionally and unjustly so jailed his political rivals, right? And, people who want to value, like, Lincoln as this great, like, emancipator, he wasn't. Actually do some research on him. I recommend The Real Lincoln by Thomas J. D. Lorenzo. That'll open your eyes to Lincoln, and it might actually cause you to go down several rabbit holes that actually are credible. Very credible. So
exactly. Or if you want, we'll name drop him too, because he is funny to listen to, but he's also factual and just a great personnel. Razor Fist.
Oh, I fucking
Rageaholic, as he likes to call himself. But yeah, he made it. He made a video on Abraham Lincoln. You should go watch and go follow him too. He's a great person and a great character.
Well, yeah, so his video on Lincoln is a great primer into, if you want, like, it
to start off. You need to do your own research after that.
Oh, no. It's a great start off. If you don't want to do your own research, you don't have to, but it at least encourages you to do so. Like, he'll provide you with quotes, sources. He's very well researched, and he has that eloquence that, well, the excellence of eloquence, I think, is on his page, that he provides. Right?
He has his own unique niche of delivery.
Yeah, he does, and I'm a consumer of said niche. If I can watch his live streams, I would. It's just because of our recording schedules, I occasionally sometimes miss it, or I may get there like halfway to 3/4 of the way through. So. But yeah, no, definitely check out his book, his video on Lincoln. It's phenomenal.
Exactly. It's so weird, the Twitter algorithm. Besides, like, well, I'm not surprised that people don't know about this. It's so funny reading what's trending on Twitter. Bill Gates, bioterrorist. I'm like, no, that's not surprising. You should have known that by now.
Oh, you mean Bill Gates, who wants to vaccinate Bill Gates, who wants to vaccinate animals with mRNA vaccines, because the whole campaign to vaccinate humans with mRNA vaccines failed. So he wants to do it with food to weaken their immune systems and make them dependent on big pharma. Oh, yeah, I totally love Bill Gates. Oh, totally. Oh, sarcasm, by the way, people.
No, Mike, I don't understand comedy. Remember that. I said that in the Nights episode before. Let's see. Destiny 1 is trending. Weird how because Destiny 3 is trending.
The last time Destiny was actually a tolerable game.
Yeah, exactly. Go woke, honestly, go broke is trending.
We talked about that previously, where it's not go woke, it's get broke and then go woke.
Yep.
Fuck that shit.
George Lopez. He's funny.
A comedian that hasn't done anything relevant, so I'm pretty sure if he's trending with anything, it's because he said something that makes him put his foot in his mouth, and then he's going to backpedal it only to put his other foot in his mouth. Like, he's probably saying something about racism, equal rights, without, just the fucking hot topic, fucking, button issues that people are saying, Monster of the Week topics.
Yeah, it's essentially, it's like, what can we do a hot take on and try to victimize ourselves? We live in a whole world of victimhood mentality right now.
Well, yeah, because that's at the current state, the market loves a good victim, which we need to stop pushing. We shouldn't want a good victim. We should, if someone is truly a victim of something, we help them.
Exactly. We help and support them in any way. But don't victimize yourself to try to make a pretend cause. Or try to make something little you're dealing with bigger than it necessarily needs to be.
All right, I'm going to go hit the head. Talk to the people while I go hit the head. All right, good sir?
Like hit the head?
No, I've got to use the restroom.
Oh, he said use. Okay. I thought you were literally going to bed.
No, hit the head. That's the slang term. All right, this might be edited. No, this won't be edited out. So, yeah, talk to the people, good sir. Have fun. Anything you want. Say anything you want.
Oh, yeah. Free Andrew Tate. Free the quartering. Let's see. Free Steven Crowder, just in case. Let's see. For the audience. Let's see. I actually do not know.
All right, I'm back. So what happened? What did I miss? What were you telling the fine folks?
So I literally talked for like 3 seconds, and then I also didn't know what else to say, so I purposely didn't say anything. So you can just cut out the dead air. So I figured it would just be literally easier for you to edit out like a minute or two of dead air.
Oh man, I was really hoping you go on a rant or some shit. We gotta work on that, like a Daddy Sins rants or Daddy Sins, like,
Oh, I could rant. There was just nothing to, like, there was no starter for it. Usually I could do my own starter, but this time I had nothing.
Oh, okay. So I guess I gotta be the catalyst for said starters. Okay. So, yeah, come back. Son of a bitch.
Well, I did made it easier for you. It's just whoop, cut out. That's it.
Yeah, no, I know. It's like at like 40 something minutes, I'll have to edit it out. Like, this whole conversation's not going to be in there. But yeah, no. All it takes is for people to honestly to just take the initiative to improve their lives and the lives of their families and so forth. And it's easier said than done. I understand that. It's the same problem we faced when they came to complacency about the vaccine. And look what's going on right now with the whole vaccine thing, right?
Oh, about the side effects of it.
Yeah. All these side effects are coming out. Yeah, granted, they're masking it as, it's only this percentage. But as we're seeing, people are dropping left and right to the point where it's like sudden death illnesses started trending on Twitter, and people were like, okay, sorry, no, the people don't just suddenly, like, I wonder how many people prior to this actually suddenly dropped. That's a number I would like to know.
Oh, there's a huge proportion of people that suddenly drop. Remember, they can just easily mask it depending on the person's what their medical condition and their medical history is. So most likely, they'll try to blame it on something they had. Obviously, if it's something that actually died from something they did have, then it's legit. Like, you died from whatever you were medically going through.
So tell me this: they're willing to obfuscate the fact that they suddenly died with the fact that they had a predetermined cause, but during the time of the Rona, right? If someone died, automatically COVID.
Oh, yeah.
Even though it wasn't
all it
COVID, and which was revealed, right? Even though it wasn't COVID, they automatically got put as a Rona death. That, all miraculously, the flu just disappeared for a year or two, right? And now the flu's back with a vengeance. The flu was never back with a vengeance. It was the fact that they stopped actually fucking caring about COVID or reporting COVID deaths because they weren't getting some sort of financial fucking kickback from the federal government. Okay? And, they decided to actually start reporting things as they were and to see, well, let's see. Monkeypox didn't work. Maybe if we combine a Rona with the flu and then monkeypox, maybe we'll get something. No, it didn't work. I think the people just stopped caring about what you're saying because they realize that you're all a bunch of fucking lying sacks of shit. Just putting it out there.
Yeah. No, hopefully people actually more and more or less wake up. I keep telling you, not you, but we're just talking in general.
The royal you. Gotcha.
Yeah. I keep going through the cesspool of Twitter. Oh, here's another thing, people. Since tonight is about, I'll make the last of our time we're talking about what people like to complain on Twitter about. But now the cancel culture people, they want to cancel Mark Hamill because he literally liked a tweet from what J.K. Rowling
Oh
said.
yeah, the whole citation needed thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's okay. So let's be honest here, people. You people, not you people, but the people who are listening who are not Jake.
Tropic Thunder. Sorry.
What do you mean, you people? Yeah, no.
What do you mean,
dude,
you people?
Susbro season finale is going to be literally Tropic Thunder. Dude, no. All joking aside, you and I need to set a day aside where we're going to actually start writing Susbros. I have ideas, and I was thinking about some ideas while I was at work today, and I was like, we need to do this because we can do like shorts. It doesn't have to be super long. Doesn't it be like your stereotypical 15, 24 minute or 21 minute sitcom sketch. It can be literally like a 10-minute sketch, right? And it'll work. We just have to be succinct, and with our delivery and so forth, it'd be perfect. But that aside, when it comes to J.K. Rowling, wake the fuck up, people. Okay, you can boycott her game all you want, but I'm willing to bet fucking dollars to jelly beans that you fuckers are still going to Universal to fucking experience the Hogwarts experience with witchcraft and wizardry. Okay, let's be honest. Okay, and guess what? She still gets dollars for that. Anything associated with Harry Potter, she gets dollars from. Okay, yep. You can draw her name out of whatever book you want, even if you purchase it, but she has still received dollars from it, unless you bought it from a secondhand market. At that point, it doesn't fucking matter because she's already made her money from it at a time when the inflation rate wasn't so fucking astronomically high because of some dickwad you voted in office. Okay, let's be fucking honest, people. All right. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong.
No, you're definitely wrong, Mike. I'm
definitely wrong.
You definitely ain't wrong.
I'm definitely wrong, or definitely ain't wrong.
You ain't wrong.
I ain't wrong. Oh, okay.
I was trying to input my southern accent into it, my pretend southern accent into it.
Well, boy, you ain't wrong one bit. No. Wait, a cotton picking.
It's funny because that's so funny. The people are actually complaining about J.K. Rowling. I bet you there's, like you said, you will still go to Universal. And I went to Universal once to that Harry Potter experience. And I'm going to tell you, it was awesome. I had a fun time. Right?
Yeah, no, I hear it's actually...
They'll still go buy her game, I bet you. Or they'll attempt to play it. And I'm like, come on, you're really going to go buy the game. I heard the game's actually supposed to be pretty good. I'm actually excited to play the Harry Potter game, but they'll still buy it, right? If they hate her, sorry, Mike, but if they want to boycott the game, it's not going to work because the game at that point, if we want to talk about a real boycott game, we should have boycotted Call of Duty.
Callisto Protocol.
Wait, what the Callisto Protocol do? I don't know.
That game was so. Did you ever play that game?
No, I don't know. I know it's like a Dead Space mirror, but. supposed to be.
Don't even. How dare you say its name?
I don't know. I don't know nothing about it. It was
Callisto Protocol. Callisto Protocol's got to be one of the most overhyped games to ever use Dead Space's name ever.
Damn, is it that bad?
Dude. If I could buy you a copy, I would.
Nah, don't. That's a waste of fucking money. Wait,
if there's a demo,
bad as Velma, the show, or are they just both worse? Like, are they both?
Velma's way worse. No, Velma's way worse.
Oh,
Velma's way worse.
I feel like I haven't said anything about it. I have to keep saying it because if I don't keep burying this underground until it's out the fucking planet, it's still gonna exist. The Resident Evil Netflix show sucked still. So I'm gonna keep saying that.
I would say Velma's still worse than Resident Evil. Watch if you want a good Scooby-Doo, like a modern take on Scooby-Doo. And granted, I've said this on Twitter. It's not perfect. It has its flaws, but at least Mystery Incorporated, right, which is the most modern take on Scooby-Doo, if I'm not mistaken. Correct me if I'm wrong, right? At least when it comes to a prequel type of setting where it takes place in their hometown still, or we learn where their hometown is, Crystal Cove, right?
Yep.
It's actually, good compared to Velma. Velma is hot dog shit. It falls under that category of where its humor is reliant on parody, and it fails to deliver that parody because it's so on the fucking nose. Like, they smacked you with a fucking sledgehammer, right? And what makes it worse is it's reinforced by that fourth wall, like Deadpool-esque bullshit. We're like, oh, Shaggy is like the or Norville, as they call him, right? Because they have to fucking, like, this is the race swapping shit aside.
Yeah, this is the checkbox identity politics.
Yeah. He's a fucking complete garbage simp. Like, he's the guy who you expect to date rape someone at prom. Legit. That's who Norville comes off as, right? And compared to fucking Mystery Incorporated, yeah, like, the characters start off as incredibly flawed. Fred is so self-absorbed that he doesn't even acknowledge Daphne, which is different, right? Because as we know, like in the Scooby-Doo stuff,
that's completely opposite. He's infatuated
exactly.
with Daphne.
But here's the thing. But over time in Scooby-Doo Incorporated, throughout the first season, I'm only in the first season right now, and I'm watching it because I want to compare that and Velma, right? We see where their relationship evolves, and it's great. I say great writing, but it's great writing for what it is, I should say. Right? Yeah. We see the evolution of their relationship. We see the evolution of where they go from being just friends to girlfriend and boyfriend, and then actually, from where I am currently in the first season, potentially getting engaged. Right? At graduation, which is a very old school thing. Like, how many people nowadays get like engaged after they graduate high school?
No, they don't. They're too busy telling you to sub to their OnlyFans.
Yeah, but exactly, and that's a problem. Like, I hate saying that. Embrace what I do love saying is embrace tradition, reject modernity. It would be great to see more people actually graduate from high school and, find the loves of their lives throughout high school.
Yep, find. Right? Still be with your true love from high school.
Yeah, that would be fucking fantastic, right? But I think because the atmosphere that society has kind of bred, at least particularly when it comes to very liberal states, as it were, right? It's like, oh no, you should go out and explore the field and so forth.
You should go out, explore yourself, get to know yourself, sleep around. It's like, oh yeah, no, that's cool.
And the same mentality. The same mentality applies to men, not just women, by the way. If any woman's listening and say, oh, maybe a guy shouldn't do that either. Yeah, no, 100%. Maybe a guy shouldn't. Maybe if a guy has found the love of his life and she's, vice versa, maybe they're set.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be great,
Oh, yeah, no, it's definitely for men and women. Definitely for men and women. But yeah, no, definitely that will be another episode in the future. So if you're definitely talking about the over sexualization of society, that'll be another episode. Oh. So if you want to keep in tune with our daily nights, then follow us.
Yes, follow us on our various platforms. We have We recently got added to, from let's say, Apple Podcast. Right? That's the most recent one. Our main one is Anchor, obviously, because that's our main home site. That's our main RSS feed distribution area. But we have a variety of different places. Even Google Podcast. If you listen to Google Podcast, whoever you may be, I know people listen to us, at least on Eternal Champions, on freaking Audible. So if we're on Audible on freaking Eternal Champions, chances are we're on freaking Audible with Neon Knights, or rather Neon Knights FM and Daily Knights as well.
Exactly. Follow us there. But I think, Mike, this is probably it for tonight. I want to say.
Am I gonna have to edit out that part where it's just dead air?
It's like a minute or two. I purposely didn't say anything to make it easy for you.
God damn it!
Like I said, like I literally said maybe like 3 seconds of something. I was like saying like, free the quartering and free. I was gonna say chowder, but free Crowder.
Chowder, yeah, definitely free chowder. All clam chowder should be free.
Yeah, free Crowder, free Tate. So, but yeah, no, you'll be able to edit it out. It's easy.
I don't want to edit out.
Leave a comment. You could tell us in the audience if Mike actually edited out or not.
This is all gonna have to get edited out, son of a bitch. Or not. They're gonna be like, "Oh, what are they talking about? Did they edit shit out? What did they edit out? What else did they edit out?"
Listen to the episode to find out.
I'm almost tempted. I am actually very tempted to leave everything as is, because they're gonna be like, "What did they edit out?" And then they listen to all the dead air for like a good minute or so, and they're like, "Oh, all right, wait, no, did he edit this out? No, they definitely edited this out. They talked about editing something out."
And it's gotcha, bitch.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, motherfucker.
Got him.
Rick James.
This is definitely fun.
No, it absolutely is. And I definitely, man, we got to get more of the Knights involved when their schedules clear up.
Exactly. Yeah, there will be more Knights on here when things align better. But yeah.
Yeah, basically. And we have to see about maybe getting some potentially IGG, comic creator or independent comic creators out, on here as well. Because we've been talking about them so much, we might as well.
Exactly. Right? Yeah, if you're going to do a collab or a talk, hit our DMs with your conversations and nudes. I meant conversations. You didn't hit that last part, Mike.
You know what's really alarming? You're the guy who's in charge of our HR department.
Yes.
All right, that's it. All right, so anyway. If you enjoyed tonight's episode, first off, thank you for tuning into Daily Knights. I'm your host, Treasonous. I've been joined by my co-host, Daddy Sins. Ooh. If you enjoyed listening to... Wait, what? Did you say something?
That's the way you said it.
I said it how I said it before. Daddy Sins.
Yeah, it got me hard. But let's continue on to the ending.
Yeah,
yo, it's 2023, God. Mike. Come on.
It is the current year. Thank you for reminding me.
Gotcha.
Anyway,
no problem. It's a skit.
I am never getting this outro done, am I? So, if you enjoyed this episode of Daily Knights, please make sure to follow us, as well as leave a 5-star review and a comment. If we've done anything that you think we can improve upon, like audio quality wise, or if there's a topic you want us to talk about, hit us up on our various different socials as we provided previously. You can follow us at Neon Knights FM on Twitter or Neon Knights Productions on Instagram. And as I said before, I've been your host, Treasonous, and I was joined today by, very much so, by Daddy Sins.
It's Daddy Sins speaking, y'all. Have a good night. And you can follow me at myspace.com/daddysins, onlyfans.com/daddysins if it's not taken. It probably is. There are probably some weirdos out there. That's not my fucking name, though. for this.
I'm gonna make an account for you as soon as we're done. I'm gonna make an account. It's gonna exist. And I'm gonna post the most obscure things.
OnlyFans was technically made to interact with your fans, the true
on
fans
Twitter
of your content.
Yeah, on Twitter. It was meant for people of Twitter. Yes, it definitely was.
And now it's meant for nudes.
But,
you can get this done.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, fuck me. Anyway. Until next time, folks, which will be tomorrow, stay golden.